I returned to the announcement room and opened the door. All I saw was Labrys sitting alone in the middle of the room. Her mechanical legs are splayed on the floor and she seems to be mumbling something happily. Okay, that's not right. The shadow is nowhere to be found. Where is she watching from? Oblivious to my suspicion, Labrys started talking to me in a cheerful but almost lifeless voice.
Oh, it's you, Yosuke-kun. What's wrong? Shouldn't you be in class?
You're not thinking straight. We're inside the TV world. You're not the student council president.
What are you talking about? I came here to broadcast a student council announcement.
Labrys looks up with empty eyes. She's no longer in her human form, but her stuck-on smile is painful to look at. That's not her real smile. I take a deep breath.
Labrys. That's your name. You know that, right? Let's go back and put an end to this fake world.
Why? Why are you saying that stuff?
Labrys' eyes finally look at me clearly. He looks at reality.
I want to stay here. This is the only place I can belong.
Labrys slowly stands up and puts her arms behind her back. She removes her wings and they expand to form a giant axe.
I won't go back. I'm gonna stay here forever and ever!
She brings down her axe with incredible speed. To swing a huge chunk of steel like that so easily, that's just not humanly possible. I mean, I expect as much, but I can't go easy on her.
Sorry I have to do this. I'll apologize as much as you want later, but right now, I've gotta stop you with everything I have.
He still doesn't have the persona.
No way, Jose! Just getting started!
And even hit that hard. Please die! That's a Megami still council president. Just realized they have names.
Why? Why can't I stay like this?
What good will it do for you to forget everything? You know that you're trying to ignore the truth and that you're lying to yourself. That'll only bring you more pain.
Labrys dropped to the floor, crying her heart out. I know this is for her own good, but seeing it hurts me deep down inside. Labrys looked at me with eyes filled with misery.
You wouldn't understand. No one can understand how I feel.
That's right.
They'd never understand.
An ominous voice butts into our conversation.
Shadow. So you were nearby after all.
Why wouldn't I be? I'm her.
Damn, wherever she is, I can't see her. Where is she hiding? I'm looking around. When the darkness disappeared, the scenery has changed completely. The view outside the window has changed to something weird and creepy. A piercing red light fills the room.
What's going on?
What is that? Some giant metal container like a furnace and something being tossed into it like garbage. I look closer and see that the garbage looks like arm and leg. Hey, It looks like people. I try to calm the horror I feel creeping up my spine. I just don't know how to describe it. All I can say is that wherever this is, it's nasty. This isn't an announcement room anymore. As I was fixated on the view outside, the shadow appeared suddenly from the corner of the room.
And I still need her, so I can become myself.
She approached me as she talked. Her face is illuminated by two things: the red light from the room outside and the madness in her eyes. I back away in spite of myself, but the shadow ignores me, drawing close to Labrys. Shoot, that's right. Labrys hasn't said the word that the shadow needs to hear. Her shadow hasn't gained true power yet. That's why she was trying to buy time.
Forgetting was your only escape route, but that's been stolen from you too. Poor pitiful me.
Labrys' shadow turns and begins regaling her. Her lips are at Labrys' ear, her words tugging at her heart.
You made them go through the same pain, but in the end, they still didn't understand.
The same pain?
It was so painful. It made you so sad. You hated destroying them.
Destroying them? Let's take another look at the horror show outside the window. The broken human figures being thrown into the incinerator. This is a sight Labrys' heart created, right? Did that mean this is? I suddenly felt like a claw could grasp the weight Labrys was bearing in her heart, and I could see how heavy that weight was. Shadow takes a quick glance at me and continues speaking.
He was forced to fight his friends too. But he didn't feel the despair that we did. He wasn't alone, after all. He's completely different from us. You're not human or an ordinary machine. We don't belong anywhere, and we'll always be alone. No one will ever understand us. Please stop!
The shadow needs to have Labrys deny that they're the same. I knew that, but I couldn't stop her. I quietly watched and the two took off them
alone.
talk.
I'm not! If they don't understand, who will? The only ones who could were all destroyed. By our own hands. No! That was you, not me!
Don't say it!
You're not me!
Ah, damn.
I'm free now! No one can capture me! I'm truly free! Yes, the power!
Well, there it is. The shadow goes wild and strikes Labrys, knocking her aside. I catch her from behind. Labrys looks up to me, a bit surprised. But the look in her eyes is frail, ready to fade away at any moment. I smile at her.
Don't worry. It's okay if you can't at first. It's really hard to accept yourself. The only reason I could do it was because I had friends to help me. It would have been impossible to do on my own. I'm here with you now. And you've got Aige-san too. We'll help you face yourself.
The shadow showed a bit of surprise. That shadow didn't change, but it summoned a monster behind her. What the hell, man? That's like a persona. And it's pretty damn gigantic. Just looking at it makes me weak in the knees. It's at least the 3 times of my size. The shadowy eyes glows gold as it turned her wings into an axe like Labrys had. Crap. And it was hard enough just fighting a robot girl with just the axe. I'm gonna be honest here. I'm having a hard time thinking I can take her on by myself. But something pops up in the back of my mind. The face of my friends, of Aige's, everyone who trusted me with all their hopes. I get ready to fight. Power surged through my body. Alright, now it's my turn to work.
I'm gonna save you no matter what. And when we make a promise like that, we keep it.
back to Jiraiya. Jiraiya!
Final!
Raging bull of destruction.
No way, Jose!
Where am I? Yeah, I don't know how to play just smashing button like usual. The shadow finally stopped moving and settled down. I run to Labrys and pick her up. She's still awake, but her expression is gloomy.
I'm such a failure. I can't win against anyone. I even let my shadow out. I'm a weapon, but I'm so useless. It would be better if I was just scrapped.
The lack of any energy in her voice and body is enough to put me at a loss for words. Do I have it in me to convince her otherwise? A doubt come crawling back into my mind, but I still need to tell you. I opened my mouth to put the heavy feelings in my heart into words.
Hey, there was someone I liked once, but she got killed. It was the worst thing you could imagine. I couldn't forgive myself or believe she was gone. I even tried to forget about her. I thought then that no one could understand how I felt. I mean, how could they if they weren't me? Only I could understand how I felt. That's what I thought. I had given up, but that wasn't true. Even if people haven't had exactly the same experiences, they can still understand each other. I have some great friends now to prove it.
Friend.
If I'm strong at all, it's because I have them. I can remember my friends are with me whenever it really counts.
Yeah. But I don't have that.
You should, though. There must have been someone who was important to you. Just think back.
Labrys' lips quiver, and she shakes her head gently. A single tear was all it took. Like a dam breaking, she started to cry.
They're all gone. I can't see them anymore. And it's all my fault!
Yeah, huh? That's what Shadow Labrys was getting at. He didn't just lose them. I don't know the details, but I'm gonna bet that she had to destroy someone herself, against her will. I can't imagine the pain what that would cause. But
Let's see. Can't it be us? You're friends.
as I say that, I stretch out my hands to her. But Labrys look away from me, and she won't take my hand.
How? I'm not human.
Who cares? One of my friends is a shadow. Remember Teddy? The one who was acting like your knight? He was originally a shadow. And you have Aige-san with you too. I know she was really worried about you.
Really?
She raised her head and looks at me, but she still hesitates. Shoot, I really don't know what to say in a situation like this. I bet you would have the best line memorized just for occasion like this. Okay, so I'll try something that sounds natural, no matter if it's practically sweet or not. Time to try to take a joke.
You know, my arm's gonna get tired leaving my hand out like this.
Labrys looked confirmed for a brief moment, but it looks like I chose right.
You really are something, you know that?
With a smile, Labrys takes my hand. It's cold and hard, but it feels natural. Because I know that it's the hand of a girl who's trying to her best.
I'm not alone.
That's right. We'll be by your side.
Labrys nods her head and slowly stands up. I offer to help her up, but she pulls my arms away and walks towards her shadow. The shadow says nothing, just stares at Labrys.
Wanting everyone to understand. You weren't wrong about how I feel. I'm sorry I ignored you all this time. I was the one who left you all alone. No, you are me after all.
You are me, and I'm Toad. You walk towards Blast with a persona of what? Arcana.
This is my persona.
Wow, it's such an elegant white silhouette. It's hard to imagine it was the same as that black bow shadow. I was worried that there might be something wrong, like she was damaged or something, but when she turns to me, I can see the strain in her eyes. I breathe a sigh of relief. I lift my face and cheerfully call out to her.
Well, let's get going. Back to where our friends are waiting.
You got it.
Now that she's accepting herself, she nods to me and smiles like when we first met. No, even brighter. Labrys accepted her shadow and the host disappeared. For a while, I was wondering how the P-1 Grand Prix was gonna end, but it's all over now. So all that's left is for us to get the heck out of here. I hear from Reset that all those fantastic inspectable wall have disappeared. Now I can go meet up with my bodies and ages. Or so I thought. Led by Rise, Yu, Chie, and Yukiko all come running into the announcement room. Eddie, Kanji, and Naoto follow them. Way to rush thing. But I guess I would want to run around if I was stuck in a cage all day too. The investigation team is back together. Everyone is surprised when they see Labrys. I mean, I can't blame them, she's a robot. I explained the circumstance to them. Labrys looked tense the entire time, but of course, none of us is gonna be heartless enough to say that she's not a person.
I lost in the very first round. I wish I could have fought a little more.
I'm glad that I didn't have to fight you, Chie. At least fighting against Yosuke-kun didn't trouble my conscience much.
It didn't?
There. She can say that because she loves you.
Pardon me if I don't share your optimism there.
These guys are way too easygoing. As I'm complaining, Kanji seems pretty enthusiastic.
We should do that again sometime. It ain't good for our bodies if we don't let our personas out once in a while.
But normal people can't let them out.
I'll sponsor a real Grand Prix.
Yeah.
I'll call it our very first go on a date with Teddy Grand Prix.
No one would enter.
How cruel.
Eddie balls and throws himself into Labrys' arms, and she hesitantly opens her mouth to speak.
Can I sign up?
Don't.
You shouldn't.
You know what? Count me in.
Oh, if you're in, then I'm in.
Huh? Well, then me too.
I'm out.
Damn it, you jerks!
Whatever, as long as it makes Labrys smile.
Alright, it's time we go back.
Everyone cheers in agreement. We all head to the roof. I already know that the roof is where the exit from TV World was, in the studio area. Plus, we can meet up with Aegis while we're there. And all Teddy has to do is bust out the exit and we'll be back at Junes. We climb the stairs, and as I expected, Aegis is waiting for us. When she sees Labrys is safe, she smiles.